Captain's pick.
Welcome everyone to ClanTour 3.0. We are coming at you with some live coverage here in the qualifier round of ClanTour 3.0. We have 4 teams competing here. Round 1 of this qualifier will be best of 1, and then the final round will be a best of 3 series coming at you, where the 4 teams are competing for the 8th slot here in ClanTour 3.0, which will be continuing tomorrow into Sunday. I'm going to be your main shoutcaster, What You Got for today, and I'm going to be joined by a co-caster here, the one and only Dude from Team Doghouse. How's it going today, Dude?
Going good. I've been joining your stream hinting that maybe we should cast together as a joke, but now it's finally happening, so
Oh yeah,
excited.
that's true. It's finally happening. I'm excited to cast with you today, dude. We haven't actually, I don't think, done any casts together, so I'm specifically looking forward to the cast. But we got the draft and the game 1 underway here. I think I didn't even mention the team names here. We got Normalin on the Legion side. They are going to be going up against Slavic Angels United here on the Hellborn side. The Legion team, I'm actually unfamiliar with, so I'm not sure if you know any of these players. But on the Hellborn side, I've casted a lot of scrims in the past week or so from Slavic Angels United, so I've gotten to see them play quite a bit. But are you familiar with the Legion side specifically?
Unfortunately not. I was gonna ask you if you know them, because they're probably on like sub accounts. Everyone today has like 5 sub accounts and they just play on every account, Hard to keep track of. But
Yeah,
the
so
Hellborn,
that
I
could
know every
be
single one of them.
what's going on.
I've played with all of them.
Okay. So yeah, I'm pretty excited to see what the 2 teams have in store for us today, and hoping for a good series here. Again, this is a best of 1 series, so you get 1 shot here to continue your trip here in ClanTour 3.0. You got to make it count here with this 1 game series. But we got to go ahead and get started with the draft here. We have Engineer, Cersei, and Moira banned from the Legion side, and then we have Magnus, the Gladiator, and Swiftblade going to be banned from the Hellborn side. Does anything stand out to you in those 6 bans?
I think only Cersei is like a hero that we don't really see. Maybe they scrimmed against each other and had a Cersei game where it was a problem. I don't know.
Yeah, definitely not a hero that we see banned, if not even picked up all that often. More of a niche pick. Something like against a Sandwraith comes to mind specifically. Very good as like a counter pick. But yeah, I have to agree with you there. We don't see the Cersei all that often. But I think everything else looks to be rather straightforward stuff we see quite often. So nothing or not too many surprises there in the initial blind bans. We have the first pick gonna go over to Legion here, going to be the Monarch, and then we have Electrician into Andromeda so far. 2 more picks going to be coming up for the Legion side before we go into ban phase number 2. But what do you think of the start here to the draft?
I think Monarch is a very solid first pick. Like we also pick Monarch usually first, but then Ramensky instantly countered with the Electrician. But with the Cersei ban, maybe they're thinking of picking up Sandwraith here before the bans. But Elec also kind of counters them, so I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm going to be interested to see if we do see a Sandwraith pick here in game number 1. It is a pretty popular meta carry hero that we've been seeing quite a lot. But at least for now, they're not going to pick it up. Yeah, they go with the Chipper and the Defiler.
If they didn't pick Sandwraith there, they are not going to do it anyway. Like in the later stages of the picks.
Okay. We'll have to wait and see what they do ultimately go with for a carry hero. But do you like the Chipper and the Defiler picks following up the Monarch there?
Yeah, like pretty defensive. They have like 2 shields for their cores.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like they want to end the game fast with the Defiler.
Yeah, so Defiler, she brings a lot of team fight and push presence to the table. Definitely going to pair well with heroes like the Chipper that want to be fighting a lot with their aggressive makeup. You're no stranger to the Chipper. We've seen you play that from time to time. Are you liking to see the Chipper here in game 1?
Yeah, I usually dislike to see it on other players because I'm like thinking, why do they not go create some chaos in the enemy jungle? But I don't know. But if they can utilize the Defiler, they can get so many towers early on.
Okay, we'll have
It
to
will
wait
be
and
hard
see
to
if
kill
they.
Defiler with a Chipper Shield and Monarch W.
Yeah, that is true. They do have a lot of defensive spells for the Defiler as well. She has the heal herself with the Siphon Soul, I believe it's called. So yeah, pretty defensive makeup there. The bans are done now. We have Bubbles, Puppet Master, and Balfagor banned from Hellborn. There's the Sandwraith ban. It actually gets banned out from Legion, so they decide not to pick up the Sandwraith here. They also get rid of it. And then they ban the Deadwood and the Rally on top of that. Anything sticking out to you in those bans, or again, straightforward stuff?
Pretty straightforward stuff. Ban
Okay.
Balfagor to like stop them from pushing even faster, maybe.
Yeah, definitely could have paired well with the Defiler, already picked up. So that one makes quite a bit of sense there. We have Wretched Hag and
Ooh, Mage Bane.
Glacius picked up. Yeah. So in response to the Hag and the Electrician picks, we see Magebane or Lodestone into Magebane. So they are going to be running this duo core strategy here of the Defiler Magebane with a rather defensive support lineup and a Lodestone. Do you like the Legion lineup as they've completed their 5 heroes now?
Not really. I don't think you should pick Mage Bane in a best of 1 series.
Okay. Maybe more of a greedier pick.
I feel like Mage Bane is a very weak hero these days. Just
Okay.
doesn't work out, I don't know.
So he's going to be going up against a last pick Sir Bensington. They're also going to be running a dual core strategy here. Maybe even considered a tri-core with the Electrician of Wretched Hag and Sir Bensington going up against the Defiler Magebane. So from what I'm hearing, it sounds like you're favoring this Wretched Hag Bensington dual core compared to the Legions.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll
I mean,
go
I
ahead
think
and we'll
the
say
Hellborn is
Hellborn
the...
has a little drafting edge here.
yeah, I mean, it's pretty even, I'd say. But I think Hellborn is like the favorite team out of the 4 participating today.
We'll have to see if this Legion team brings the punch today. We definitely could see a level 1 clash here as all 10 players are making their way down to the Legion jungle here. We could see something like the offensive tri-lane from the Hellborn side. Perhaps they want to get a word of sight down. But, oh boy, this could
Oh,
be a good
Chipper might
start to
be now.
ClanTour 3.0. We're going to have Wretched
Chipper's
Hag
like, let's
running
go.
into the Lodestone. She actually avoids the Rocket Drill stun with the Blink. Here comes Electrician. He's going to get the grip canceled immediately. 3-man joust coming in from the Bensington. And Monarch is going to fall. Electrician taking some heavy pressure in response. Will they get the Electrician down? He will go down. It is a 1-for-1. Bloodlust going to the Hellborn team as Chipper gets frozen by the Glacius. And Chipper will fall. So far, a 2-for-1, and it is not done just yet. A joust comes in onto the Defiler. Glacius taking pressure in response. Defiler going to use the Golden Apple, but she will fall, and it will be a 3-for-1 level 1 clash, dude. We are not going to be held short here on the action. Already starting off strong here before the creep spawn.
Yeah. Chipper usually loves these kind of things where you fight level 1. I think Chipper is like the strongest hero level 1. But he was like away from his team, so he wasn't really able to go in and hit the rockets constantly.
Ah, okay. Perhaps they could have got maybe some more return kills there. But 1,500 gold per minute on the Bensington here. Not something you see all that often, but again, that's going to taper off rather quickly as it is just some kills happening here. We see Magebane already taking some pressure from Bensington and Andromeda. He eats a double stun combo, but Bensington stunned into the tower there. He also took some pressure as Chipper now ports to the bottom lane, where it looks like we will have a tri-lane versus tri-lane matchup. Is this going to favor... I think I want to say that Hellborn tri-lane looks a little bit scarier here with the Bensington. Do you agree with that?
I don't know. I kinda love the Chippers though.
Okay, so...
I feel like he can just run in their face and just shoot them.
Oh, that's good. I actually like that we disagree. That way we can see which tri-lane ends up duking it out better. At least for now, it's going to be in favor of Hellborn with the early kills. Middle lane, we have Electrician versus Defiler. Do you see either side being favored in this mid lane matchup?
Well, not really a mid player, but I think Electrician has an easier time.
Okay. So he's already on a 10-0 creep score as we have a kill in the bot lane on the Monarch. It's going to be a serial killer streak for the Bensington already. 10-0 Electrician against a 7-2 Defiler. So he is winning the last hits by a couple so far. And then top lane we have Wretched Hag versus Lodestone. Who do you think wins in that 1v1 matchup?
It's hard to say for me. I don't really play these 1v1 lanes, so...
I mean, if you think it's even, we could just go ahead and say it's a back and forth matchup. Yeah. So Lodestone, he's on 5-0 against Wretched Hag, who's already 15-2. And he's doing a really good job up here.
Until that level 6 mark.
So he's putting 2 points in the haunt. He's putting a lot of pressure on the Lodestone as we see him below half life here. So I gotta think that that's been factoring into his good success on the last hits early on. Glacius is bottom lane with an invisibility, which I believe was spotted. Actually, we see the two-man joust coming in onto the Mageman and the Monarch. Mageman going to fall. Monarch gets Comet stunned by the Andromeda, and it's going to be 2 kills the way of the Hellborn tri-lane. They're up to a 6-1 hero kill lead now. We see Glacius getting the counter ward there on the Legion Ward of Sight off to the side of the lane there.
Do you think that supports should like leave bottom lane?
Well, hold that thought actually, as we have Mageman taking a joust. He's gonna blink and avoid the combat stun, so he is gonna stay alive for now. But could you repeat the question? If the supports should move from
like
bottom,
if the Legion supports should like leave? Looks like a lost lane at this point, right? I don't know.
Yeah, you know, there does become a point as Mageman gets combat stunned. He does use the blink there. We'll avoid death for now. There does become a point where once you start to die too many times, you almost gotta question when's the time to kind of rotate out and start trying to set up kills in the other lanes. Because as of right now, as we can see the gold per minute chart, all 3 of the lanes from Hellborn are currently winning in creep farm. So they're going to take an early 4,000 gold lead here, and that's quite a large lead at 4 minutes, I would have to say. So perhaps they could look to try to get Defiler and Lodestone some better starts, but as of right now, it's looking not too good for the Legion side.
I feel like Chipper should move mid. Mid is too late.
Joust on Magebane, here comes a Chrysalis. It is a level 1 Chrysalis. Magebane still taking heavy pressure, and he will get bursted down by the side of Hellborn here as Chipper is going to be pushed back to his tower as well. We now have a 7-1 hero kill lead. But yeah, you were saying about the Chipper?
I was thinking
Electrician middle lane. Sorry to cut you off there. He's going for the dive, and he's actually going to fall. Defiler holds her ground in the tower. Electrician does man up a little bit too hard there.
It's a very needed kill actually for Defiler.
Yeah, Rocket gonna miss here in the bottom lane. Andromeda going to stay alive as Chipper will get auto attack down by the Bensington. He picks up the ultimate warrior streak now. Currently without any mana, so not gonna pursue for any further kills. You see level 6 Unwretched Hag now. Lodestone's still level 5. She does have the Bat Blast available to her. Could potentially see that used here in the next couple of minutes.
Lodestone might get 6 when nighttime hits. If Hag doesn't pay attention, she might die.
He could look to get a counter kill on the Hag here. Currently only on 700 life, so I think she could be close to Lodestone's kill window. Middle lane, we have a dive from Electrician once again. Here's the Ghost though, activated from Defiler. She's gonna miss the wave of death, unfortunately. An Electrician, he's gonna purge himself over to the bot rune area where there is a invisibility for him. Well, we see the invisibility being given over to Glacius. Here comes the grip from Electrician. There's the freeze.
Heal in 2 seconds.
Yeah, the ghosts are gonna heal her back up. Oh, what a timing coming in from Defiler! And with the ghost damage, they bring down Electrician. Now, currently no mana on the Defiler, but Wow, that timing from the Unholy Expulsion, healing her back up, that couldn't have been any better time. As bottom lane, Mage Bane falls again, he is now 0-3. Chipper gonna be walked down here. There is a stun coming up on the Andromeda. He needs to fog in the trees. And will he be able to make it to safety? Andromeda gonna guess wrong here. Bensington also missing the joust. Can Chipper make the escape? He's getting slowed down by the Toxin Claws from Sir Bensington. There's the Chrysalis though. Gonna keep him alive for now. And will they be able to turn it on the Sir Bensington? Andromeda is currently chasing the Chipper with the Aurora. Chipper going to survive, but running into Glacius, there's the smackdown coming out from Nermansky. As Monarch gonna get stunned up, or no, sorry, the Andromeda gonna get stunned up by the Lodestone here. Lodestone's getting turned on now. He's gonna activate the Shatterstorm here. Will he be able to get this off though before he falls is the question. He's going to miss the Shatterstorm. Bensington comes in with the Joust, picks up an Onslaught Streak, making a Savage Stick for Fat and Sexy. Going to be a double tap. Will it be a hat trick here? No, it will not. Mage Bane comes in with the turn and blinks away to the bottom lane. As Chipper, he's going to try to land the rockets here on the Andromeda. He does miss a couple of rockets there. Needs to land one. He can't land the rockets here. 3 are going to miss. Defiler coming over with a wave of death. She should be able to pick off this Andromeda. And now Chipper, he still can't land the rockets, unfortunately. Dude, you got to give your aimbot over to some of these Chipper players.
They do
Teach them
see
how
him with
it's
the
done.
ward, so it's kind of easier to dodge him.
Yeah, I know. I'm just poking some fun here.
Yeah.
He did miss a couple, unfortunately. If he landed 1 or 2, I think he definitely could have picked up a kill.
Did you see what Andromeda
or
was
2.
doing that fight? Like walking in
Um,
trees, direct pathing it.
Oh, yeah, I actually missed that, so he was doing some nice jukes, I would have to say.
That's not jukes, it's like kind of using, let's say, game mechanics. Direct
Okay.
pathing through trees.
Mm-hmm.
I think Zank is known for it.
Yeah. So, we see Defiler up to 350 gold per minute. She's kind of the shining light of hope for Legion. Mage Bane up to 300 GPM. We have Electrician gripping up the Monarch down here. 4 players are down here. It's going to be too much pressure as Glacius picks up the ultimate warrior streak. Mage Bane going to be forced to blink out here. But yeah, they're boxing Mage Bane out all the way to the deepest part of the jungle here. Gonna maybe look to steal some stacks as well here with the Electrician. This is gonna give some space over to Defiler. Do you think she'll be able to take out this tier 1 tower here while they're currently in the Legion jungle?
Should be able to. Might come at a cost now. Slavic is moving.
So we see the flank coming in from Hellborn, Bensington, Glacius, and Electrician. As the tower, will it fall to creeps? Oh, they needed a little bit more damage. This is gonna get denied here by the Hellborn. So they do end up defending the tower and denying it in the end.
So what do you think of mannering on Hag?
You know, I haven't seen this until I casted your guys' team a couple of days ago where Fa, I believe you were there for that game, where Fa actually went mana or sorcery ring into Icon on Hag. Did you like that build that Fa had done that game? I think it ended up working out for you guys.
I did not even know he did that.
Yeah, so we could see the Icon, and we see Wretched Hag pick up a Glowstone. She might look to break the sorcery boots later and build into that Icon of the Goddess, but it's actually not something I had seen before. I was quite surprised. We see Monarch getting stunned up here by the Bensington. Crystal's only going to delay her death. She is only level 3, so she is going to fall here. It's a legendary streak now for the Glacius. Electrician, meanwhile, chasing Defiler. Defiler currently without any mana. She's not going to be able to... Oh, she's going to get blocked by the creeps there. What an unfortunate timing there. As the port, I believe, was cancelled from the Legion side. We see Hellborn currently in a 9,400 gold lead, 4,700 experience lead here at about 11 minutes. Shatterstorm being channeled in the mid lane. Grip is going to come out, and I believe the Shatterstorm did hit on Electrician. Can Mage Bane find the mana rift that he's looking for here? Electrician's still on about half mana, but Bensington actually canceled his Nightfall, I believe. Chooses not to go in there. Wretched Hag gonna catch Monarch from the flank, as Glacius actually gets credit for the kill here on the Monarch. Meanwhile, Chipper dies in the bottom lane with the Bensington and the Andromeda. That could be why he canceled the Nightfall. Glacius getting picked off here. The Mana Rift was used, huge damage coming in. And will Magebane survive here? Looks like he should be fine for now. Hag gonna miss the Sonar Screen Blink. And Ghoster up from Defiler. Lodestone being turned on here by the Electrician and the Andromeda. Defiler trying to sit on her target here as the Electrician. He still has the Cleansing Shock ready to go. Defiler, she's got to be careful here. She's getting surrounded by 4 Hellborn players, and she will end up falling. It's a double tap coming out for the Electrician, who's now up to 510 gold per minute, dude. So
looks pretty grim actually.
6 to 20 hero kill lead here. What does Legion need to do to try to get back in the game here, as they're kind of falling behind by quite a large deficit here?
Maybe some smoke bombs with a Lodestone on top lane. They, like 2 minutes ago, the Legion jungle was warded by like 3 or 2 wards of Hellborn. They could see like their every movement. And like when you try lane, you don't want that to happen at all.
Right, so they
it's like
let
a safe
Hellborn
lane,
kinda,
try lane as well.
Yeah, they let Hellborn kind of overpower them in their own jungle.
But it's fine if it happens, just like you have to have a plan B, like leave that lane, go try to win the other 2.
Yep, definitely agree with you there. We see Magebane currently in the top lane, but I don't know if Magebane and Lodestone can kill a Wretched Hag. This is a 1000 HP Hag with vestments. They would need to line up, I think, both the Mana Rift and the Shadow Storm, but Magebane currently without a Mana Rift for 20 more seconds. We see Monarch also up here as well now.
And they do see the Lodestone with that ward.
Yeah, he's even being spotted here by the ward placed from Glacius. Electrician coming over, they might look to try to surround them here. As mid lane, the Ghosts are up from Defiler. Bensington can activate the Nightfall, and Defiler once again getting surrounded. Focus Buffer was on cooldown from the Chipper. Not able to get any kind of counter kills. Lowstone's gonna get caught here as well. He gets swapped in by Andromeda. There's also a rocket drill, but he can't use it. He does use it at the end there after the immobilize from Glacius wears off, but he is going to fall. And it's a 6 to 22 lead. Now Hag diving deep for the Chipper. She will survive and get the kill there. So all 3 cores from Hellborn almost up to 500 gold per minute now. Bensington picks up the Thunderclaw. Working on some Legion jungle camps. Electrician has the Gnome's Wisdom and Sorcery boots. You think we'll see Hag port to base and pick up the icon here? Maybe he's gonna keep the glowstone and go into Staff of the Master.
Oh yeah.
He's currently got 2,000 gold saved up. Not too sure what he's planning to do with the glowstone just yet, but
I think it is an icon because he's getting so many kills, and if you have an icon, you never have to go back to base.
Yeah, he definitely could look to go back to base and break the sorcery boots for the icon.
He might
Choosing
keep both.
not to do so for now.
He can buy the icon and keep the mana boots as well.
Yeah, he has enough gold to actually keep it, so maybe he's planning to keep the sorcery boots. Well, he's porting top lane currently. Gonna cancel it, it looks like. Not sure if that was a misclick or if he decided he wanted to farm mid instead. Perhaps he did intend to cancel that TP. So Magebane has a Warhammer. I have to think that that is building into a Rune Cleaver. But here we see the Portal Key Glacius is going to catch the Magebane. Do they have enough lockdown to bring down the Magebane here? He's going to blink into the trees. Nightfall's coming in, but he's going to port out. And Bensington, expecting him to still be up here, not going to find him. They're going to burn the
This is a good time
Nightfall.
for Chipper and Monarch to like walk in their jungle. Ward up, maybe counter ward.
Yeah, I agree. They should definitely look to get control back of their own jungle here with Bensington currently in the top lane. You see Andromeda also, she's playing very aggressively here. She gets the word of sight down in the mid lane. You can see the Hellborn supports kind of have no fear. They just kind of walk around wherever they please, feeling very confident. And we see the Legion, on the other hand, they're playing very scared. They're sticking together. They haven't necessarily gotten back the vision control just yet, as Mage Bane is currently farming down in the bot lane. But still haven't seen anything from Hag. It looks like he's just now breaking the sorcery boost for the icon. Has another 1600 gold, goes for Steam Boots. Ghost up on Defiler, Andromeda getting caught here in the trees. She's going to fall. Mana Rift comes out on the Glacius again, dealing, I think that was almost a 500 damage. Mana Rift takes him out. That's almost Glacius' entire health pool. Electrician now being chased down. He's getting slowed by the Siphon Soul from Defiler. She's leading the front line. But here comes a triple joust from the Bensington into the Bat Blast, and Wretched Hag picks up a hat trick. We're going to see a quad kill come out as he takes out the Defiler last. And only Lodestone is alive here, currently in the fountain. So a huge triple joust into Bat Blast coming in from the side of Hellborn there.
They timed that well with the icon of Hag.
Yeah, as soon as he picks up the icon, he picks up 4 kills. Pretty nice timing indeed. That's arguably one of the better feelings, I'd have to say, when you play, is to pick up an icon and then immediately get a whole bunch of charges picked up on it.
Yep.
Maybe another one would be having a Codex 5 and one-shotting somebody.
Yeah.
I'm sure you could help me out with some of these here. I'm sure there's more I'm forgetting, but I see the portal key picked up on Electrician. Pretty good follow-up to his Gnome's Wisdom.
The Hellborn have destroyed a Legion tower.
So, what do you think we'll see from Bensington following up the Thunderclaw?
I guess the Hypercrown, since he's saving up, I think, almost 2.8k.
Okay, I think it's safe to say
Like
he
in
can
100
afford to
gold.
go the greedier route. Sometimes we see the early Shrunken Head pick up, sometimes we see the Firebrand into Geometer's Bane, or even a Nullfire Blade. But I think I would have to agree here, the Hyper Crown seems to make a lot of sense, as we just saw him right click that. What do you think we'll see Defiler go as her first core item? She's currently only on build-up items, finishing the Steam Boots in the bottle. Doesn't have too much gold saved up, but what would you like to see Defiler try to go for next?
Yeah, I
The
guess
Hellborn
barrier,
have
since
destroyed a
it's
Legion
only magic.
tower.
Yeah, I
Currently.
think a barrier could be quite good here. See if he upgrades into a Shaman's Headdress next. Could be quite a good pickup. Even a Gnome's Wisdom to a degree wouldn't be too bad, but I think the barrier would be a bit nicer, counteracting the Bat Blast damage and the Nightfall. So
Actually, I
24,000
think
gold
Gnomes is
leader.
better. I think you're right. Since
Sorry, say that again?
barrier can be purged by Alec, but Gnomes is like always there. So maybe Gnomes could be better.
That is something I tend to forget. Electrician can purge the idol. But yeah, I think there's merits for both magic armor defensive items here. Hag's gonna blink in on the Defiler. Glowstone is here with the rocket kill. The rockets are there, but there's a swap from Andromeda as we have the Glacial Downpour being channeled. Defiler's here with the Ghost. She will get bursted down though by the Electrician and the Bensington. Bensington did fall to the chainsaws from Chipper as Monarch is going to throw out the Chrysalis, but she will fall here. And it's going to be only Mage Bane alive here as he's currently up in the top lane. It ends up being a 4-for-1 trade here.
The Hellborn have destroyed a
but I
Legion
think
tower.
not going to be too disappointed with that in the end, as they also get the tower kill there. Wretched Hag picks up a Grimoire of Power, so she continues to scale here. She's up to 610 gold per minute currently. You like the Grimoire of Power pickup on the Wretched Hag?
I mean, if you're this far ahead, it doesn't really matter. But
Yeah, it's gonna amp up her spell damage. She's gonna be bat blasting pretty hard, as well as getting the 20% cooldown reduction. So not quite as good as the Staff of the Master in terms of cooldown reduction, but going to reduce it to 86.4 seconds. I think the staff, you could correct me if I'm wrong here, it's I believe 60 seconds with the staff, or 50 seconds. I think it looks like it's 60
60.
seconds here. So yeah, not quite as good with the cooldown reduction, but gonna give him more burst power.
I am one of those people that forgets to use Grimoire power for my spells.
You probably just don't buy it often enough. That's probably what it is. Because I think if you do anything enough times, eventually you train yourself to do stuff. I definitely have done that myself quite a few times, so I am guilty myself.
It's like such a long cooldown, so you don't really want to use it. But I guess
Yeah.
with a hag, it's like maybe it lines up with the cooldown of the ultimate, so you can just use it every time.
Yeah, definitely. It's something you want to use because plus 25% spell damage would be quite a nice addition. Nightfall coming in here. Defiler gonna make it home to base, and she did pick up the Shaman's Headdress, so no doubt that keeps her alive here against the magic damage that Hellborn is currently threatening with, and she will live to tell the tale here. Mage Man gonna blink into the trees here. Looks like he's gonna port to base. He's got the Rune Cleaver picked up. It is about a 20-minute or so Rune Cleaver, and he does have 1,300 gold saved up. So I think we'll see Geometer's Bane. That's typically the follow-up item for Mage Bane. Or do you think he'll need to go into an early Shrunken Head this game? What would you like to see on the Mage Bane?
Probably Shrunken, so you can sit on some. Like I can kill him before the Shrunken runs out.
Okay. So I think due to being this far behind, he might need an early Shrunken rather than later. We have the Bat Blast coming out at the Kong pit. Electrician getting the Kong kill. Lodestone trades himself for the Glacius. Ghosts are up from Defiler. They take down the Bensington. And there is 3 players dead from Hellborn, only for the Lodestone here. So despite stealing the Kongor, they take a pretty good fight here on the side of Legion.
It's very well played, actually.
They might look to push this tower up here in the top lane. Now the Ghosts
Codex
are down
on
in
the
4
Andromeda,
seconds.
by the way.
Yeah, you're right. There is a Codex picked up. I did not mention that. And there's also a Codex picked up on the Electrician. So 2 Codexes on the side of Hellborn. Is there a specific
in a best of
target?
one, you should not do this, actually.
Yeah. So you're saying these Codexes probably should have been some other item pickups?
Who am I to judge that? Like a Codex? Well, that's what...
I mean, the
Well,
Codex did get
I would
buffed
do the same,
recently.
but it is a
It's
best one.
considered a little bit less of a troll item pickup.
Yeah, but level 1 is weaker than it was before.
Right, so
So
if
until
you're
you
gonna
reach
go
level
into a
4,
Codex,
it's worse.
yeah, if you're gonna go into Codex now, you definitely have to level it up to get the value from it, whereas before the level 1 was dealing 400 damage, now you get the 350, but you get it a little bit earlier. So they currently have level 3 on Electrician, only level 1 on Andromeda. But is there a specific target that they're going to be looking to burst down with these Codexes?
That's also what I was thinking, because Mage Bane does a lot of magic armor, so does Defiler. And who do you with the Codex except those?
Yeah, so you could almost argue the Codexes aren't going to really be too impactful without something like a Spell Shards on top of them to kind of cut through that magic armor that the Legion side currently has. They also have Focus Buffer as well, so a lot of tools to deal with the magic damage.
Yeah.
We see Glacius getting the catch on Defiler here. The Rockets are not going to cancel the grip. He's going to miss a couple. Nightfall is actually on cooldown for 20 seconds. I thought I heard it being used there. Mageman gets caught down in the bot lane. Goes down to Wretched Hag and company. Meanwhile, the Defiler, she does get kind of stranded here in the mid lane. So both the cores from Legion getting caught on the 2 lanes. And that could prompt a push here from Hellborn. We have the Token of Life picked up on the Wretched Hag as they did finish their Kongor as well. Do you foresee this being a Rax push here, or do you think we'll see the Legion time respawn in time to hold their Raxes?
I think this might be just Rax after Rax.
The tower already going to fall. They have that Kongor Decimator. Currently 27 charges on that, giving bonus damage to the structures. See the melee Rax falling here, as well as the ranged Rax now. First set here in the bot lane, going to be taken out. There's currently 1 minute and 40 seconds on the token still.
think that Kongar fight at the Legion Kongar was kind of a wake-up call that things might go bad. So they just want to end it.
See,
They know
Bentley
they
gonna
have the
get some of the
advantage.
Whispering now. Has another 3,000 gold saved up. Hag gonna blink in. She's gonna get stunned by the low stun. More or less trying to bait spells than anything. She has that token, as they are gonna take out the chipper here in the base. They dive fairly deep for it, but they're not gonna get punished yet. Ghosts are not available for Defiler for another 3 seconds. And here we have the Shadow Storm being channeled from low stun. He's gonna miss the rocket drill stun, and the Shadow Storm going to miss, unfortunately. We see low stun getting turned on. He does fall. Defiler, she's trying to hold her ground with the spirits, doing some damage, but she's gonna get initiated on here by the Wretched Hag and the Electrician. Glacier channels the downpour here, and Chipper will fall as well. And there are no buybacks currently on the cast outside of Lodestone. Nightfall coming in the bottom of the base. They're going to take out the Mage Bane. And Wretched Hag still has the token for another 30 seconds. She continues to heal up with the icon charges there. And there we're going to have the Concede vote coming out too. So we will have the winner here in our first round of 1 series here in the qualifiers. Going to go over to Slavic Angels United, taking out Normalin here in this best of 1 series. Any final thoughts here on the best of 1 series here?
I think the Mage Bane pick up. It's like, I think you don't pick it in the best of 1. It's a weak hero in every stage of the game, I think.
Perhaps going a little bit too greedy there. We saw the Sir Bensington tri-lane, very, very powerful tri-lane. Ended up kind of snowballing them to a game 1 victory there. So yeah, any other final thoughts, or pretty straightforward game?
Pretty straightforward.
Okay, so congrats to Slavic Angels United. They will move on here in the qualifier, and they will be awaiting the winner of our next series, which will be Ringers All Day versus Misfits, coming up after a short break. That will again be another best of 1, and Slavic Angels United will get to play the winner in a best of 3 match, which will conclude our day later on. So stay tuned, ladies and gents. We will go on a break before we get our next round of 1 match coming at you. Oh, and one more thing before we go on the break, I want to shout out Clantons, who is organizing ClanTour 3.0. Also special thanks to Frostburn and everyone who has donated or pitched into the prize pool. Big shout out to you guys. And highlights of the tournament will be posted on tiktok.com/Clantons, so make sure you do follow the TikTok. Now we will be going on a break.